So recently we have been discussing about uh, aquatic ecosystem and then discussed about forest ecosystem. Now let us proceed with grassland ecosystem as a type, as a third type of ecosystem. So just to introduce what grassland ecosystem is. So this is a community which is dominated by grasses and other hibiscus plants. So a community that is formed or that is developed out of uh, grasses and other hibiscus plants. So we're calling it uh, grassland ecosystem. So the community has few or no trees. In other words, there is a little trees or there might not be a presence of trees in this kind of ecosystem. So appears in areas where there is less moisture in the soil. In other words, there is presence of water is almost zero in this type of ecosystem, which is to say it has few places of water in this ecosystem. So contains plants that grow slowly. So besides that, there is few water in this grassland ecosystem. It also contains plants that grow slowly. So these plants they have the ability to obtain or keep the water that is available for a long time for their survival, which makes them grow slowly. So let's proceed on structure of grassland ecosystem. So just like in the previous topics, grassland ecosystem is divided into two: abiotic components and biotic components. So abiotic components, we're talking about non-living things. So in this grassland ecosystem, you may give an example of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. So these are the living things that are found in grassland ecosystem. So proceeding with biotic components as another structure of grassland ecosystem involves living things that are further divided into sub-components. So just like previously, we had producers, we had consumers, we also had decomposers. So in this lesson, we also have the same sub components. Now, producers in this grassland ecosystem examples may include uh, Aristida and Desmodia. These are like producers. So these are organisms or plants that make food on their own. And then we have consumers which feed on the producers. These are cows and rabbits. So mostly, as we know that cows feed on grass and the likes. So when grass makes food on its own using the sunlight and some water, cows feed on the grass. So decomposers, these are organisms that feed on the consumer's decayed organic matter. So for example, we have microbes like fungi, aerobic and anaerobic soil bacteria. So decomposers, they will feed on decayed uh, organic matter, thereby releasing nutrients to the soil, which will further be used by the same plants to make food and proceed other processes of food making, thereby uh, determining the cycle of uh, feeding in this particular ecosystem. So let's talk of characteristics of grassland ecosystem. So we have limited annual rainfall. So mostly this type of ecosystem will receive rainfall, but for a limited period, or for a particular period, but not for the whole season. And the rainfall that it receives may mostly be few rainfall at a time. So it occurs in regions that are dry. So grassland ecosystem, uh, it is present in those particular areas that are too dry. So it is prone to drought and conditions and uncertain precipitation. So as we previously said, that it has limited annual rainfall. So due to limited annual rainfall, that means the food production is difficult to be uh, to be produced. As such, the drought condition is certainly to occur. At the same time, we have uncertain precipitation. That is, we cannot predict that rainfall or precipitation will occur. Rather, occurs randomly without expecting that precipitation may occur. So of lack of nutrients in the soil. So due to a limited annual rainfall, the drought conditions, this type of ecosystem lacks nutrients in the soil. Since the producers and the decomposers, some may not survive in the environment to help in the production of nutrients or provision of nutrients in the soil. So types of grassland ecosystem. So we have tropical grassland ecosystem. So tropical grassland ecosystem are the ones which receive 50 centimeters to 130 centimeter rainfall. Further, they have both rain and dry days. As a result, they are warm all year round. So, moreover, tropical grassland ecosystem are also called savanna. These grasslands contain shrubs and small trees that are dry in nature. Also, tropical grassland contain wide shade plants, which makes it an excellent hunting ground. For instance, the African savanna is one of the tropical grasslands or grassland ecosystem. So proceeding with the types of grassland ecosystem. On the tropical grassland ecosystem, we have it is a home for elephants, giraffes, lions, cheetahs, zebras, and other spectacular species. So temperate grassland ecosystem receives rainfall of the range 25 centimeters and 75 centimeters. Furthermore, the climate in the temperature grasslands makes it both dormant and glowing. So, on top of dormant and glowing, it's like at some point it will just be like it is sleepy, but at the same time, it also be like glowing. So, moreover, these grasslands suffer extreme climates. In the cold season, the temperature can reach up flooded grasslands to 0 degrees. So 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that is too cold. So this is part of temperate grassland ecosystem. So while in the summer seasons it reaches up to 90 degrees, so that is more like very hot temperature. So proceeding, we also have flooded grasslands. So flooded grasslands are having water all year round. That is a very perfect explanation on the flooded grassland. So we also have mountain grassland ecosystem. So mountain means high altitude. Therefore, there are grasslands that are high altitude shrublands. These are called high altitude because they are above the tree line level of the ground. So lastly, we have desert grassland ecosystem. So desert grassland ecosystem are the type of grassland that separates the true desert of the lowlands and the mountain grasslands. So these grasslands receive very low precipitation. As a result, these are the hottest and the driest grassland. Thank you for today's lesson listening. See you next time.